Hi YouTube. So today I want to show you guys my go-to look. It is just really easy waves. And the reason I started doing this was, well, one, I've always thought like beachy waves looks good on everybody. But also it's just, this is how my hair looks like when it's just freshly washed and dried. I wash my hair twice a week. And like I said, this is how it comes out. So not, it's blah, it needs something, it needs to be finished, even it's like if I put it even in a ponytail, then it's going to look unfinished. So I use my curling wand here. It's by Conair. I highly recommend this. This one, I don't know if they make them in pink anymore. This is from I think it was like a breast cancer awareness thing that they had. I found this at the BX 9 years ago when my eldest was a baby. So this is a 9-year-old curling wand, and I absolutely love it. It's called the Power of Pink. Well, this color is called the Power of Pink. Yeah, it's by Conair, and it is a curling wand. I highly recommend it. So I used to have a lot of trouble with curling my hair whenever I would use the metal rather than ceramic. It would cause burns in my hair. And then also, I found that using a wand is so much nicer than using the kind like with a clip, like a little squeezy where you clip and like hold it in there, because you do not get bends. This is how you're going to get the most natural looking waves. And you can actually make your hair like corkscrew curls with this as well, but I'm going to show you how to do waves because that takes way less time. I can do my whole head with this, but I don't do that very often. I do love the way that it turns out, but I'm going to show you how I do waves because it's faster, it's easier. It takes like 1/4 of the time that it takes to do your entire head. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is oh yeah, and the reason that I brought up earlier that I only wash my hair twice a week, it's because, if I do it any more than that, then my hair gets damaged. So the day after I wash, I do my hair like this, and then it's good for like 3 days until the next time that I have to wash. So very easy maintenance. Like I said, it's like whenever, even if putting your hair in a ponytail or a bun, it looks good to have at least finished ends. So the things that you're going to need, or you're going to want to use, other than the curling wand, are a dry shampoo. I don't like this dry shampoo. And it's called Not Your Mother's. I hear really good things about it, and I think this would be great if you were blonde. But if you have dark hair like me, then the white film, it shows up. Even though, like, I've heard people say, "Oh no, it leaves no residue." I can tell you, if you have dark hair, yes, it will leave a residue. So I do like the smell, and it does do a really good job. But I just don't like the color that it leaves behind. So what I do is, like, I put my hand like to the side of my head and kind of like plump up my roots a little bit, And right now my iron is heating up, so that's what I do while it's heating up. See, as you can see, it changed the color, not in a good way. And then I do it on the other side. I pick it up a little bit, do it in there. So I do it in like 3 parts, like on each side, kind of like how you do with hairspray. And I use my hands to kind of like get that in there to get rid of that white residue, and it's still there a little bit, but at least it's not like really obnoxious. So if you guys can let me know of a really good dry shampoo for brunettes, I'm all ears. I want to hear it. Okay, so I just comb my hair out with my fingers because, like I said, if I use a brush with like a lot of bristles or anything like that, my hair becomes a puff and it gets really damaged. So really, I just use either a wide tooth comb, like I did before I started this video, or I just run my fingers through, and that's usually enough. So another item that you're going to need is a heat protectant spray. So I have this one. It's by Tresemme. I do not like the way it smells. If you guys know of another heat protectant spray that you think smells good, let me know. And I will definitely check this out. The thing that's great about this, though, is it does last a really long time, and it does do its job. Like, it really does. It does extend your hairstyle, and it also protects your hair. Okay, so I don't spray all over my entire head. I only do the section that I'm working on. So, and then the last item that you're going to need is a hair tie. Now, they say that you should tie your hair up into like all different sections and stuff. I only tie away like basically like I let out one section at a time, but I just use one hair tie to hold up the rest of the sections that I'm not using at the time. Yeah, it can get a little difficult like that, but I mean, I don't know. I've just been doing that since high school, so that's what I do. Okay. Oh, and by the way, this is my living room, and there's the dining room back there of my new place. So sorry if like there's like boxes and it looks messy back there. It's because it is like I'm still working on putting everything away. So that's that. All right. So the way that I separate my hair into sections, I do 4 sections. So I go down the middle, separate those into 2. And then I go to the sides, right above my ears with my thumbs, and I go all the way back. And it's not perfect, but it's approximate, and I think that's completely fine. And I like to do the bottom first. Just because, it's like whenever I finish a section, I like to just let it down. Oh, wait, I'm not doing an all over. You know what? That's right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to waste your guys' time. Actually, yeah, I'm doing the easy way this time. I'm not doing an all over head. So what I do is I put my hair forward, my head forward, and I bring it into a ponytail in the front like this. Super professional, I know. And yeah, so I usually comb this out a little bit so that it doesn't, if it's all tangly, it's really hard to manage and separate the little locks. I put it in a little ponytail at the front of my head. A loose ponytail because you don't want to keep you don't want to drag out, you don't want to drag it out and mess up the waves that you do at the beginning. So, all right. Then I take the heat protectant spray and I spray it all over. And yeah, by the way, I know my hair color is really messed up. I messed it up. Nothing really more to say about that, just that I messed it up. And I plan on fixing it for my birthday. My birthday is next month. So I spray the front, I spray the back. And my iron should definitely be warm enough now. And I do like an upside down. I do like the upside down method. Some people do it actually right side up and wrap around from the bottom up, but I think that's more difficult. So I take a section. Obviously, this isn't going to work on somebody who has really short hair, but if you've got medium to long hair, it works. So what I do is I take the base of the curling iron toward as close to the hair tie as possible, and you start wrapping. You wrap it around. Now, the first time I ever saw somebody do this, like 9 or 10 years ago, I was scared that they were going to burn themselves. I have quickly burned myself a couple of times, but I don't think that you burn yourself more with a wand than you do with, say, just like, the regular type, the traditional curling irons. So I go through and I just do these, like, what would you say that is? Like an inch long strand. And while I'm doing this, so you don't get too bored, I'll just tell you about some things that are going on in my life. I don't know if you guys have been following, who all has been following me, but I've been talking about my body care line that I'm releasing this year called Fairy Market Bath and Body. And I just made a Facebook page for it a couple of days ago. I mean, it doesn't really have anything on it yet because I'm just like getting it ready basically. And I just put my profile picture on there. And whoops, dropped a piece. Yeah, sometimes you drop a piece, like a shorter piece, and I just pick it back up and keep going. But yeah, so I made that, and if you guys want to like the page or whatever, you can always like talk to me on there. Maybe I can make like a Facebook group so we can just chit chat anytime we wants to. And so basically, I'm going to be releasing body butters, body scrubs, lip butters, lip scrubs, fragrance spritzes, and possibly bath bombs. I'm still trying to work on that. That's like kind of difficult. Those are difficult. I've found Oh my gosh, I turned off my... Okay, I accidentally unplugged my iron. So I will fix that real quick. Go. All right, I'm back. So I gotta let this warm up a little bit. So anyway, yeah, so I started, I started the Facebook page, even though I don't have like any pictures of the products yet, because I'm still working on them. But then like I also, so I just like put my name, put like a little bit about, you know, my plans for the company and stuff like that. And I revealed the first collection that I'm going to be making, and it's going to be a permanent collection. And I'll just tell you about it right now while I'm waiting for this to warm up. It's called Cirque du Fay, is the first collection. And it's like based off of like this cool idea that I have, and like other people I'm sure have as well. Like, I mean, like when you're at the circus and you're seeing people do all these like amazing things, like at carnivals, circuses, freak shows, anything like that, you know, you see these fire breathers and fortune tellers and stuff like that. And it's like, what if they're exactly what they appear to be? Some sort of supernatural creatures from fairy, you know, showing off their skills. And I just always thought that was like such an awesome idea. I really love the movie The Vampire's Assistant, even though that movie like did not do well at the box office. And usually when I talk about that movie, people don't know what I'm talking about, but that's when like I love that movie. It's one of my daughter's favorite movies too. And then the reason I called it the Fairy Market was because of another movie where just there was like a well, not like a carnival, it was like a market. Okay, so it's from the movie Stardust. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Stardust. I love that movie. That's one of my favorite movies ever. And basically, the whole like thing starts with this guy going to a market in Fairy, where like there's all these people peddling charms and stuff like that, just like with magical abilities and stuff. So I was like, that'd be so cool to make a body line that is, you know, it's kind of like the idea is like they're fairy, they're charms from Fairy, things to make you feel better, or look more beautiful, or feel more beautiful, feel more energetic, feel ready for sleep. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of body products that are geared towards making you feel a certain way, you know, taking back control of the way that you feel. And they're much like charms, right? So that's why I named it that, and I'm really, really excited to get into it. There's also a lot of themes that I've been wanting to do that I can't promise yet, but because I need to learn more about copyright laws and stuff like that. Like I want to do stuff like from like Harry Potter and like the Mortal Instruments series and the Alchemist series by Michael Scott. I don't know if you guys have ever read that story, that series. Every time I bring it up, people are like, what are you talking about? It's a really good series. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see like that I have notifications that keep popping up. I ordered my groceries from Instacart today because we're just so busy that I just didn't have time for grocery shopping. And for some reason, my Instagram shopper is texting me like about everything. It's like I'm easygoing. I don't like I don't get ticked off or angry or disappointed like ever with Instacart or the Instacart people. But so like I'm pretty easygoing, pretty easy to please. So you don't need to be texting me everything. Of course they don't know that, so. But anyway, I'm really excited about this body care company. My husband is also working on something in conjunction with me, although his is going to have a separate name. His is going to be geared more towards men. Last night we were hanging out in the bathroom, putting our bathroom stuff away, you know, putting our toiletries and towels and stuff away in our new home, and he was telling me his ideas, and I'm really, really excited. I think they sound really cool. He's got some really ambitious ideas too about like packaging and everything. So I hope he's not disappointed at first when it's like we've got to use just like kind of plain old packaging. Oh, got myself there. But my husband and I really want to own our own business. You know, it's like we don't spend we're always together. We don't ever need time apart from each other, and we miss each other. Honestly, every day that he goes to work, we miss each other. And that's exactly what I've always wanted in a marriage because, you know, I know so many people that like need time away from their spouse. Like, you know, I need some time with the boys, I need some time with the girls. I have literally never felt that way. Ever. It's like if I marry you, it's because I want to spend time with you, you know? So, I mean, but everybody's got different tolerances and stuff like that. But like me, I'm my husband and I we're very, I don't want to say we're codependent because that's not what it is, you know? Um but we are very close. We have a very we're very attached to each other, you know. He really is my soulmate. In fact, you know what? I'm next week I'm going to actually be filming a video talking about the way we fell in love. Our love story, I think, is like the most beautiful love story. And my friends always tell me that too. They're like, "You guys are like a dream come true love story. Like that never happens to anybody. It happened to you." And yeah, I feel really blessed for that. I mean, you know, I've had some bad things happen to me in my life. I've been through some stuff. Okay, so I mean, of course, there's so many people who have it worse. But I've been through some really, really rough times, really bad stuff. But I guess I think I would go through all of it over again if I could get this in return because that's how happy it makes me. Got the perfect husband for me. I've got 3 great kids. And I mean, yeah, they're worth the world. So if you're out there and you're going through anything really rough and you just feel like things are never going to get better, I promise you they do. They do. Because I've definitely felt like there was no way my life was ever going to get back on track again. And I think I'm living the dream. Might be a boring life, but it's mine and I'm happy. So yeah, so this is my go-to hair. All I did was curl the ends of my ponytail really and came out like this. I like the way I love the way it turns out. People compliment me on my hair a lot and ask me how I do it. And it's really simple. It only took me, let me see, 17 minutes, including 2 warm-up times since I unplugged it like a dunce. And yeah, it's all ready to go. So it's like I can wear it down like this. I put it, sometimes I'll put it up in a ponytail, you know, like get like a nice voluminous, I don't know how to say that word, voluminous ponytail. One of my favorite things to do is half up, half down though, like this. That's one of my favorites. But, you know, honestly, probably my favorite, and definitely my husband's favorite, is when I just leave it down like this. It's very sultry. And yeah, so that's how I do that. And then I just finish off with some hairspray. Where'd my hairspray go? Oh, my husband stole my hairspray. That's the pain of being with a metrosexual. I'm just kidding. It's so worth it. Okay, so that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.